coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first down 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
At the 36-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here we go. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. We'll have 2.
I signed a fullback and he's not even in the game. Because he's way down there. Waste a freaking timeout.
As we step aside here in this first quarter. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. Early shot here.
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard. They'll drop to throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go.
And they run the toss to Bigsby. We'll get this up to about the 44.
The Cowboys at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
From the 44-yard line, here's a second down and 6. Looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Eagles send out their punter now. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Let's go now.
2nd and 6. Left side to Lamb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Wide open receiver complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. Schoonmaker. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Luke Schoonmaker, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And he's going to use his legs here. A first down carry for Barkley. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. They'll set up a throw. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. To the right side goes Shipley. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
2nd down and 6 now. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. Oh, he shifts past him. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Barkley is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. This is caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Let's go now. Take over.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get it in.
Dude, that was the worst play ever. What the heck happened? Wow. Dude, that's ridiculous. That took forever to hand off.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
Ready, set.
2nd down and 8.
Ready. 60 Bison. 60.
Now back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now 2nd and 5.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
On play action, they'll throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 33. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here.
60 Eagles.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Powerful running. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Nowhere to go here. He loses the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out at the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
Ready? Cougar 19.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Goes right back to Smith again. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a toss right to Barkley. Will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 7. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Completes this one to Pickens. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Go! 19, Charger, 19.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll drop the throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here now, second and 4. They'll look to throw here. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is now 24.
Eagles nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Second and 3. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Gain of 13 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
On the ready.
He'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Let's go now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught by Ray. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 14. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
A gain of 16 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, second and 10 coming up. Back to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave him with third and 4. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third and 4. They'll look to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown from 8 yards out. And the Eagles are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
The Eagles will set up for the 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Cowboys 24, Eagles 6. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. There he goes.
Dude, this game is a joke. Wow. Unbelievable, man. Get it out this game so next time I play it ain't like this.
teams probably like.
It's unbelievable I have to play the Cowboys first week every freaking year.
We're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Able to slither by. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, and to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Barkley, inside handoff. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 42 now, here's second and 2. With the day, going to try the right side. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now back to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else. It makes a dramatic play.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. Able to hit his target, Lamb. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Let's go now.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
2nd and 11. Now he'll dump it underneath. Barkley hit and the ball pops free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Brown with his stick skills. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 12.
Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Eagles 13. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the fourth quarter. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. They'll set up the throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Third down and 13.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hawks,
they'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Come on. Set. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Ready?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.